the mail's in.
Oh yes, wait a minute, Mr. Postman.
Incoming message.
Put the message in the box.
Welcome to Lynn's Bin on 93 XRT. This week, when I answer your question, you receive a $50 gift certificate towards food and beverage at City Winery Chicago. Jason Hernandez writes, Lynn, what's your beef with Wisconsin and the Packers? Hey, Jason, you got it all wrong. I have no beef with Wisconsin. No one fantasizes about curdled dairy products like a Lynn Bramer. My wife was born in Wisconsin. I have relatives in Wisconsin. I have no beef with Wisconsin. It's the Packers I can't stand. And not to shock you, Jason, but I'm not alone. If you're a Bears fan, you hate the Packers. If you're not a Bears fan, what exactly are you doing here? Shouldn't you be hiding out in the woods near Waupaca performing cheesy rituals?
When I'm cut, I bleed green because I back the pack. My color is green.
Even a cursory search of the internet reveals dozens of Packer hater websites based in different cities all over the country, asking questions like, how can you tell if a Packer fan is mad at you when they grit their tooth at you? What do you call a 250-pound Packer fan? Anorexic.
I'm from Wisconsin, Mike. I mean, we eat all the cheese and sausage we want, only the women get big.
These so-called jokes are all over the place. I'm not making it up. It's out there for you. What do you call a Packer fan with half a brain? Gifted. On Monday, January 17th, 2010, the Green Bay Gazette banner headline proclaimed, "On to Chicago," except they spell Chicago with 3 C's, Chicago, which looks more like the name of an exotic Brazilian chocolate than the 3rd biggest city in the country. When your article is about the NFL's oldest rivalry, make sure you have the rival's name right.
Let's get out there and get those cheese eaters where they live.
What's my beef with the Packers? For me, it goes back to 1921 when the Packers illegally played 3 Notre Dame players against the Bears. Yeah, 1921. The classless cheaters.
Green and gold are on my mind. The Green Bay Packers really looking fine.
What's my beef with the Packers, besides their bad parody songs? How about that twisted headhunter Forrest Gregg? How about Packer Mark Lee tossing Walter Payton over the bench after both of them were out of bounds?
Lee drove Payton all the way over to the Bears bench. And there's a pile up there with flags flying.
Remember, Lee did that to a guy whose nickname was Sweetness. Have you somehow forgotten Charles Martin slamming Jim McMahon to the turf after the play was over?
Oh, did Charles Martin throw McMahon to the turf? He really leveled him after the ball was gone.
McMahon winds up on the DL and the sore shoulder changes the course of Bears history. While Packer fans' expectations approach utter fantasy, Chicago Bears fans have always taken a more realistic approach.
Okay, I'll trade Bears for 200.
Bears versus Robert Fulton in inventing the steamboat. Tap, stop, Bears.
Oh, I can hear the Packers backers now. But what about the great Brett Favre?
What the hell is Brett Favre doing here?
Do you remember his emotional retirement from the Packers?
I'd like to thank the Packers for giving me an opportunity as well. I hope that every penny that they've spent on me, they know was money well spent.
Do you remember his awkward return and his trade to the New York Jets? Do you remember his emotional retirement after the 2008 season? Do you remember his awkward return to the Vikings? His attempted retirement after the 2009 season, and his awkward return to the Vikings in 2010. From Packer to punchline, from Pro Bowl quarterback to amateur photographer.
Candid photography.
The Green Bay Packers from Titletown, USA, the last small-town team. The football home of Curly Lambeau and Don Hudson, Bart Starr, Jim Taylor and the Sweep, Nitschke and Vince Lombardi.
What the hell's going on out here?
At least Packer fans realize that playoff football in January is meant to be played under God's gray skies, where steam punctuates every breath like livestock in a snowy pasture. No domes, no artificial turf. Carpets are for playing with Legos, not for football. What's my beef with the Packers? I think what really bugs me is this. They just might win.
Wisconsin, huh? They call you cheeseheads there, right? Cheesehead? Big old heads of cheese?
This is Lynn's Bin on 93 XRT.